know that he's the one who's not bringing, it's the wife who's bringing in the money.
Exactly.
So I'm not ready for a relationship, and then the silent part is with you.
No, like emotional situationship is that thing whereby you both like each other, right? Let's say you like each other.
You guys still have it.
But in Africa, take your husband that talk to court or to your aunties or to wherever that your husband cheated. They tell you, Mama, my husband just cheated 10 times. Can you go back to your marriage?
I can do all these things, but like I feel like okay, with
we
women,
can go for dates. We can be seen together.
yeah, not even
Sometimes not. Sometimes we can be seen together.
I like how both of you just went like, nah, not too soon.
that's part of a situationship. That is the situation. Maybe you're just not comfortable being seen with that person.
Because that's our point. Because I feel like it's not really sometimes being in a relationship with you. Okay, maybe that's the implied thing behind his or her head.
Yeah.
But like he doesn't tell it to you like that.
Yeah, you can't ask like. For me, that's why like situationships don't really work well with me, because eventually I feel emotions do get.
Of course.
There's like I feel guys are better at situationships because they tend to compartmentalize everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, this is like a guy who cheats a lot. He'll have his main girl, and that's the one he's like wifey. So I know I want to marry this girl in X amount of years. Like if you watch like Asian dramas, like the way the women are portrayed, the voice is very high pitched. The way they move, they behave almost childlike, which I feel like there's like a pedophilic undertone to it, but that's another thing. So like even the surgery they do, right? They'll make their eyes bigger, more innocence type of thing.
Okay.
It's a cultural thing that because
I think
here
it's been
they fight.
implanted to us to view women like that, and then when we don't get women like that, we.
There's a
don't
problem.
appreciate
You
them.
feel unappreciated because men is ego. Men is ego.
Yeah, regardless of the color. So I mean, I realized it.
Men are so egotistical, so they need to constantly feel
like I'm the man, like I'm the
I'm
one
the man.
who
You're not
that
bringing
going to
money.
take the lead.
Yeah,
that's what I keep
you're
saying.
not bringing money. You're just sitting at home, but you want to feel like the man. Like, please.
That's why I keep saying like much
That's
as
why they'll
like,
cheat with the maid.
Thank
the
you.
maid.
That's the thing, because at the end of the day,
So the
men
maid
just
will
want.
actually look.
Yes,
at
because
Exactly.
to the maid, he's a baller.
Yeah.
She doesn't know that he's the one who's
Exactly.
not bringing. It's the wife who's bringing in the
Exactly.
money. So to her, she'll be like, "Hey, but daddy,
Hey,
what
daddy,
is it?"
daddy, what do you want? Water.
Hey,
She'll run.
She'll run. All
But now
these
they
things.
ask you for water, you're like, go
you
to
not
the
have
fridge.
legs?
Go to the
True
fridge.
that.
Because may I say to them, like the only reason why the white men are not physically cheating is because the system doesn't allow it.
What do you mean the system?
The system doesn't allow
body
it.
or like the government?
I'm saying the government.
Oh, okay,
Cheating is allowed in Africa from
Yeah,
the system.
yeah.
When you
What
take
do
your
you
husband
mean?
to the police, it's allowed in the system. When you
Nah,
take
you can't take your husband to the police here because
No,
he
you-
cheated.
Well,
You
they'll
can't
you
take
just
them to
divorce him.
court.
You just-
Yeah,
you
you just divorce him. Yeah,
exactly, but in Africa, take your husband that talk to court or to your aunties or to wherever that your husband cheated. They tell you, Mama, my husband just cheated 10 times. Can you go back to your marriage? That's what I'm saying. Here, the system doesn't allow them because they think about like child support. They think about the money they're going to pay.
Yeah,
You get?
I think that's.
Me, I feel like the
shit.
system that doesn't allow them.
But I think
but they would want to cheat too, because that's
No,
why they
they
cheat.
do.
That's
They
why they
do.
cheat more
They do.
emotionally. No, I'm just saying like it's not like nobody's really like busy. I'm just saying,
Nah,
like,
when you
they'll
like
tell you that
someone-
that's what I'm not saying it's
When
right.
you like
the dude will
someone,
tell you
there's no
something
such
as stupid
thing.
as that. You know what I mean?
Have you-
Someone will tell you something as stupid as that. That
Yeah.
I've been busy for 3 months.
Yeah,
I swear to God.
Yeah, no, they can tell you such shit like that. But like Lighton, I think we've all had that irritating guy that we don't like, but that pursues us. He will call every day. He will text every day. He may have like the most busiest job in the world, but he'll make time. When you
I feel like
someone,
it depends on which number you are on someone's priority list.
Yes,
The
when you
earlier get
really
that, the better.
want someone, like when a guy wants a woman, they're like, there's one woman. She says like men are animals.
They're hunters.
They're hunters. They're
Right.
animals. When he wants to eat, he will do everything in his power to eat. So when he's not doing everything in his power, best believe there's a girl who's you're like number 5. And then there's when number 1 fails, he goes to number 2. Number 2 fails 3, 4, 5. That's when he'll just say, he'll send the hey text, but not even the through hey, the full
HY.
hey. It's really like HY. That's very disrespectful, my friends.
And guess what?
Run. That's so disrespectful.
Guess what? They always know which girl will take the crown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Happy birthday, HBD. I'm like, did it hurt you to just like happy birthday? Like,
He would tell you that he would send that HBD at the end of the day.
yes, at the end of the day, you've been waiting the whole day. Like, oh, why isn't he? You even post all the things on your stories. It's my
so you can
birthday,
see.
so that you can see, and you'll just do HBD. This life, men will embarrass you.
Oh. Okay, you know the funny thing? I had a sensible thing to say, but I forgot about it. The mama should say HBD and to money, please. Anyway, okay, so tomorrow we're going to we just need to. I saw the send me HBD at the end of my birthday. I'm like, bruh.
Man,
Everybody posted me. Everybody. You need to
I think every dude has that one HY, and she's gonna respond.
She's gonna respond with a paragraph.
Okay, that's what I
I'm
want.
great. Today I was
That's
at
what
work,
actually-
and this happened, and he'll just do K. Not even okay. No.
Then-
K.
And then you'll be like, can I see you tonight?
And she'll
Be
be
like,
like,
sure.
sure.
Like, sure.
What time?
Or like,
Do you want me to cook some food?
Exactly.
What you like, lobster?
Okay, so we're good now. Let me
let's
go.
go back, let's go back.
So what I was saying, what I wanted to say about that is like apparently I don't know how true it is.
Yeah.
Apparently some guys, like I have a couple of guy friends, I'm sure you do, right?
Yeah.
And brothers, etc. They said that sometimes if you overvalue yourself, it becomes EU for them. Is it true? Yes or no? Because they told me they like the hunt. Sometimes I was
like
told
the hunt,
that.
but then I think guys, like, okay, I have like brothers only, and then I've got cousins, all very good looking men, unfortunately, and they're trash. I love you guys, but you're trash. And they know this, I say this all the time. But like when you hear the reasoning behind things, like listen, when a guy likes a girl, he'll do it, there's nothing she can do that will, unless like it's extreme, that will push him away. Do you get what I mean? Being over ego, whatever, if he likes you, he likes you. Do you get what I mean? Those are just excuses. To be like, oh, she replies too quickly to my messages. So what? Do you want me to reply 3-5
But then you guys have a question. Is it a thing nowadays for people to reply your messages 5 hours later, 10 hours later? That thing irritates me.
Okay, personally, when it comes to men,
And you,
I will put a timer. I'll put like a timer. If I really like you, I'll put like a 5 minute, and I'll be like, hey. If I don't, and I feel like you're treating me a certain way, I'll put like a 6-hour timer, and then I'll switch off read receipts, so then you won't know that I've viewed your message, and then I'll reply after the 6 hours. It is what it is.
Okay,
the
so what-
game is rough.
that's just so hard out here,
It's
bro.
hard. These guys are, look, listen, I feel because I grew up with so many men who were so manipulative, like sometimes it's just like, I know I've been there, like my brothers, not let me not throw my brothers into the thing, because you know you can find my brothers. My cousins, I remember one cousin when I was younger, he would take me on his dates to make him more like family guy, because there was like one girl he liked who she was like, she wanted a family oriented man. She was like, I'm ready to settle down, you need to prove it. He just wanted to smash. So then I was the niece he took on the date to be like, yeah, my he's so nice, he's like a big brother, he does this, and he gave me like money afterwards. I've done it. Let me tell you one, I'm sorry, just slightly off topic.
No.
Guys, your boyfriend's friends and relatives are not your friends. Listen,
They are
if
not.
he's brought, you're not the first girl he's brought home. I'm saying this from a girl who has siblings and guy cousins and everything. Please, don't ask him, his friend, if he's cheating. They were there together holding hands
But
when they were
someone,
cheating.
first wait, hold on, let's be realistic, right?
Yeah.
If I brought a dude to you
Yeah.
and another dude to you, you're my friend, you're going to stand by my side. It's that simple.
Yes,
It's not
but like
like-
family, right? Like my brother. If you decide to date my brother, and I even told you, like I had a friend. Bless your soul if you're out there watching
I had
this.
my
She
friend's brother.
dated one of my cousins, and I told her, I'm like, look, as a friend, this man is trash. I love him. He's my cousin, but he's trash. She didn't listen. No, you don't understand true love. He showed her true love, and I just sat down. I said, you know what? If you think, why would I not watch to date my cousin? Like, you know, like I'm just. Do you get what I mean? Like sometimes you need to understand. Like, give the effort that people give you. If
That's true.
if this guy is
I
calling
feel like sometimes
you
like
and
experience, like we learn through experience.
we
I'm
do
sure I've been
learn,
through
yeah,
shit,
that's true.
Sometimes we learn through
But like,
experience. Anyway, before that, Tamara,
Yeah.
how did you get there? Like, why do you think that nowadays people are kind of like scared to be in relationships? Because much as we blame guys, there are even some girls who do those things. And then, what do you think? What do you think made us be like scared of relationships, like this generation,
it's not fear of relationships. It's just I think this generation's more aware of what they want.
right?
If I meet a guy and I see situationship, most of the time maybe I'm just not in the right headspace, but maybe I also realize that I don't see a future with them.
Right.
And if I don't see a future with them, it's like, I like your company, I like being around you, but I know this long term is not going to work, so let's make it a situationship. That's most of the thing. I think we, especially for women, we're more aware of what we want out of a guy. And for guys, it's the same thing. Like, dudes, they'll tell you, when they meet their wives, you talk to them, they'll be like, yeah, I knew within a few dates this is the person I'm going to marry, right? For women, it's not the same. We were like, one of my friends like saying this, she's like, women's currency is like sex, like, that's the one thing they can hold over a guy is sex. Guys, it's marriage. They're the ones to propose and make you a wife. So at the end of the day, they have slightly the upper hand if you really think about it. And as a result, they're more picky about who they're going to commit to long term. As for a woman, she'll be like, oh, he's got a good job, this. I want this guy to marry me and I'm going to invest so much, even though everything he does tells me that he doesn't look at me long term.
But the moment you just, excuse me, the moment he just shows me something, one small nice thing. Like, the moment he just does like one small nice thing, you're like, oh, maybe he's gonna choose me.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, because you see, the thing is, I think women are we're more optimistic. So it's more like, and as humans, we rather look at the good things, especially when we like someone. So
And again, women, we are nurturing, so.
yeah, personally, me, no. But
No, but like, Teman, in nature, we are more nurturing than men are in nature. Most women.
yeah, okay, yes,
In
most
nature.
women. Yeah, most women. Yeah, but like, I think the idea is, a guy, he knows what he wants, and a woman, she also knows what she wants, but she doesn't have that choice. Do you get? Like, he'll be like, this is not the girl I'm gonna marry or wife up. Fine, but I like her enough to waste her time.
That's what someone was telling me. I think I was watching it. I love Steve Harvey. I was watching him and he was like, a man will still, get it, but
Yeah.
he will still be on the hunt of the person
That he
can
really
marry.
wants.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's just the reality of the situation. And I feel sometimes like, it's true when he says, he wrote the book Act Like a Woman, Think Like a Man.
Mm-hmm.
It's true, you kind of have to be that way. Like, if someone is telling you from the beginning that, hey, I'm not ready for a relationship right now, and they're getting all the benefits of a relationship, really, it's the with you is silent. He's not ready for a relationship with you. It's not right now, it's with you.
Yeah.
And when you realize that, you start to respect yourself more. Obviously, your prospects cut down by a lot, but then you start dealing with guys who actually are interested in pursuing something seriously. There's
I feel like
certain age
sometimes
you
we also
reach.
don't know ourselves as girls or as men. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes when you don't really know who you are or what you exactly want, you're going to tolerate a lot of shit. Because sometimes, like the thing you say, like sometimes society can tell you, oh, an ideal girl is supposed to look like this, or like, I don't have this, I don't have that, right? So whichever guy comes to you, feel like they're doing you a favor, right? So even when they do a lot of crap, you're like, oh man, I just have to settle, right?
Yeah, there are other girls who are single, and I think that's the thing
Exactly.
that we should not build our identity around relationships and marriage.
Personally.
I think at the end of the day, like, I know that people who love kids personally, you don't leave your children around me. It's just not. That's not my thing. I don't hate kids. I would like to have kids of my own one day, but personally, you won't find me. And you've seen that. I'm not going to be like babies. And there's some girls who their mindset right now is like, I'm 25.
I know.
I must
Tell me
find
about
a
it.
man.
They
And that's
might
when
for
you.
the wrong reason.
Yeah, and then you start putting up with absolute nonsense in the name of being married by a certain deadline.
And then the funny thing is, even when a guy realizes that like, you're not being yourself, or like you're just with them because of the marriage, because even at the end of the day, people want authentic people. That's why the guy ends up leaving you anyway.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like, they want it like when you like, you know what you want, you have a goal and etc. And then another thing I think is also causing this is like, I feel like most of us are dealing with our childhood traumas, like our insecurities, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you kind of build walls around us, because of what we dealt with growing up, the families we grew up with, like all these other things that shape you as a child, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes some people are just as afraid of being hurt. Let's say for a girl who grew up with a single mom, right? All she knows is like, a man is going to hurt me, right?
Yeah.
So like, even when a good guy comes, sometimes they play games because I'm going to be hurt.
Yeah.
Vice versa for the guy,
Yeah, yeah,
Do you
I
think
hear
that
you.
could be a factor?
Yeah, trauma affects as adults. I think it's, especially in the African community, we have a lot of trauma that's undetected and it seems normal.
Right.
And you can tell by the way a person picks a partner. Personally, I think that's a huge indicator of the trauma you're dealing with.
Right.
If you like father figure, like older men type of thing, probably daddy issues. If you like
Sometimes
the guy,
if you hate men,
if you
it's
hate
also
men,
daddy issues
it's
as
also
well.
daddy issues. So like you also, I think, like I think I told you this earlier on. I was like, this one guy I was seeing and he was like, yeah, I got so many issues. You gotta help me through it. And I'm like, I'm not your therapist, sir. I also have my things to work through, and as an adult, you must take responsibility for that and work through your own things, because you don't want to keep damaging people. I think a lot of the trauma we experience is a result of generations of damage that's being passed on, and we're not like, hey, this is not okay. You know,
That's exactly. That's the thing. That's why I keep saying, and I think like we are hurt. Like, some of us are here, but like we have broken kids within us, right? We need to first heal those broken kids, right?
Definitely.
Let's first work on ourselves, and then go to relationships. That's why the thing with people rushing, oh, light when you're not 25, you're not dating, etc. Like, again, I keep saying this, I'm not ready to be in a relationship yet, and that should be okay, right?
That should be fine. I think as women, we also like the idea of the biological clock is just screaming there in your head, like, I want to have kids, so I must settle down with someone. But then I don't think a lot of the older generation is being honest with us in regards to how happy they are really in these marriages, like what they've been through. I think a lot of, like, especially in the African situations, a lot of people are in very unhappy situations long term, and they hide it. They're very good at hiding it. So like maybe your idolized way of marriage is, oh, it's all fun and roses and it's great, we live together and you can fornicate in peace because now you're married. Like, you know, that all those things, you have your kids, but like a lot of times it's a show. Like it's a show. Like the people you sit down and talk with and you hear how like shitty their marriages are and you're like, wait, but you're always posting on Facebook like, oh, I love hubby.
Exactly. This
and like
social media.
Yeah, like why
social media is also playing a part in this.
It's a huge part. And you know, I think in African circles, the single woman versus the married woman is a huge thing. The idea of I am better than you because I'm married, but I'm not going to be honest with you that maybe the situation is not as great. I'm not saying that all marriages are trash. No, there are some great marriages out there. But the majority of the time, I personally feel the people I'm close to, not all of them, before they start coming for me, there's some who like rushed into the marriage. Like it was just, I'm at this age, I must be married. You get married and then you don't really know this person. And then when the things come out, it's just, whoa, what am I doing? There's a stranger in my bed.
But then you know what like makes sometimes girls get married like that, like get married like so fast.
Yeah.
It's because of that thing you just say like married woman versus a person.
Yeah.
I know so many people, especially I'll talk about my country, Uganda, right? There's this employer who used to be like, I can't employ a person who is not married. You get, because I mean they feel like you're more responsible and all that. I swear to God.
Yeah.
She like literally used to say it.
Yeah.
So this young girl out there, oh this lady out there is like, oh my God, I have to keep my marriage. I have to hang on to this shit. According to you, you know, like from your perspective, I mean from what you've read, from your friends, etc., right? What do you think we can do? Again, that's why I set up this platform. It's like, we are the future generation. We are the future parents. Personally, I don't want to carry my insecurities, my childhood traumas to the next generation, right? I want to heal and be a better version of me, a best version of me. So, I mean, I bring a happier self to the relationship, to whatever I'm going to go in, right? Because, I mean, I feel like you can't give what you don't have.
Yeah,
if I have heart, I'm going to give out heart, right? And I don't want to do that because it's unfair, right? So, so what do you think we can do? I mean, what's your advice?
One, rest. Like this thing of always needing to be in a relationship. Learn to love your own company. It's very important to love your own company. Be okay with being alone. Be okay. Have your own
Tamani,
hobbies.
I'm proud you're saying this.
I enjoy my company.
Tamani, I'm proud you're saying this because you like hanging. I remember at some point I told Tamani, can you stop posting?
No, listen. I like chilling with people. But then there's also a point in time where I'm just like, guys, I feel like your energy is a lot. I want to be alone.
Yeah, and I like that.
Yeah, love being by yourself and having your own company. Love yourself enough to know, which will go into the two things. Respect yourself. When you love yourself, you will respect yourself. You will know that when somebody treats you a certain way, you'll be like, you know what? I deserve better because one, I'm a human being, I'm worthy of love, and I deserve someone who can reciprocate the feelings that I have, the love I'm willing to give. So like rest, respect yourself. Deal with unhealthy patterns and trauma in your life. If you need to, sometimes it's very important to just look like at past relationships, like, or situationships, right? You know, write down, like, look at the things, like, what were the things I did wrong? I can't change what the other person did, but what was the thing? Was I lacking communication?
Right.
Was I too easily tempered? Do I like drama? Do I like, you know, the type of thing? And I also think your company plays a huge part. Like, I noticed...
Sorry, before that, for that point you said, I mean, you're kind of saying, like, self-realization. Like, you also, like, take responsibility for what you did wrong, right?
Yes.
Because I look at myself, the 21-year-old me and the 20-something-year-old me now.
20-something.
Yeah. I feel like, I've grown a lot. Like, when I look back, I'm like, oh my God, even me, I did this wrong. I need to work on it. So,
definitely,
we should know what we're also doing wrong, so work on it.
Yeah, you have to abolish the idea that you're always right. There are going to be times when you are wrong, and you have to go back and look at the situation like, yeah, you know what, this person treated me right, but I did X, Y, and Z wrong. And you, so that you can be healthier in different relationships, and you start to work on those patterns. And I think this thing of like rushing from relationship to relationship is not a healthy thing. It's not okay. I know that goes back to number one. Be okay with being alone.
Right. Be
Be okay with enjoying your own company. Read a book. Get hobbies, man. If it means going to the gym, get a life. Like, a man should not be the main focus. That's how you start doing pick-me's and things. Like,
you know, man, there's something like, I love Jadlyn, right? There's something she said, and I always say it by the way on this platform. It could be like at that time or whatever. Yeah. She told this young girl, the girl was 20, but she was trying to hang on to a relationship with a guy who was about 35 or so.
Yeah.
She told her, you know what? Love yourself enough. Create a life for yourself. Create a life so big that even when a dude doesn't end up in it, you're okay.
Yeah.
Go to school. Go to school. Study. I mean, get a good job. Have a life. Like, I don't know why so many times young girls we think that we are supposed to be in a relationship like it's a do or die. Like, get a life. Have a life so full that. I mean, you're busy.
You're
like,
busy,
you know,
you have things to do.
You're being the best of you. Like, you're doing something. You know,
it's cultural expectations, and I think married women, you need to be more honest some women, married women, you need to be more honest about the struggles you face within marriage, so that you can save a sister. Because a lot of the times a lot of girls rush into marriage and think it's gonna be like this fairy tale, you know.
I feel like it's not. I don't want to say the end, but it's like it's going to solve all their problems.
It's going to solve everything.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, you're still a human. You have dreams and ambitions. Keep on to those things. You know, like you can be a family woman and still have dreams and ambitions. Still want to be, maybe you want to be a doctor, or maybe you want to have your own business. Like do that stuff, because the honest truth is you will not get fulfillment from another human being. It's an internal thing. I
feel like it's even very selfish to money for you to expect someone to make you happy.
That
like
put that pressure on a person,
obligation, and that's why most guys say, by the way, that so many times women we look for happiness from them, which is very wrong. I feel like you should go on the side, be happy by yourself, so that you bring a happier self to the relationship. So should the other guy. That's why I like your philosophy of I'm not a counselor, I'm not a therapist. Go fix your shit, right?
Fix your own thing and I fix my own thing, and then we can come together and have like a very healthy relationship. Communicate more. I feel African men,
said about communication,
they suck at communication. Like some of them, not all of them, but a lot of them just say what you're feeling. Are you not happy with the situation? Do you want this to be different? Well, X, Y, and Z, and then you'll find yourself in a happier relationship. It's out of the norm. It's out of what our parents showed us, but it's something that we need to show the future generation.
Exactly. We are the future generation. We need to like change. We don't need to carry on the trauma.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think another thing is about social media. I feel like we should stop thinking that we should stop living our life for social media. Because, I mean, couple goals, these goals, it's all good and bliss and etc. But sometimes it's not real. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
If my guy doesn't... Okay, I don't have a guy, but I'm just saying. In case I got a guy and he doesn't want to post me. Or, I mean, some girls put a dude on pressure. You need to post me. My friends are posting. But it's all not... You know what I mean? Because I feel like some people in a relationship just
your couple goals are in our DMs.
You're savage, sis.
No, I'm being very honest. Like I think that there's so, we've seen them. There's so many of them. They post couple goals, all these things. But this dude be creeping, doing the and you're like, hold on, what you writing paragraphs about how she's the love of your life, and then you want to do Jada and Will Smith as if we care enough. Your red table, you know, we had an entanglement. She tricked me, sir. Nobody tricked you. You did not just
this is a point I would want you to talk about. Tell people about God as well. Like, I mean, about God. Like, I feel like these things we go through about, like, relationships and etc. If you believe in God and then, like, you know, someone loves you regardless of everything, you know, I feel like it can also save you a lot of crap you take. If that makes sense. If you're a person who's religious in faith.
Right. Or whatever.